Hey there legends, and welcome to this video. I'm Laura and I'm part of the training team here at Lexer. New here at Lexer and looking to get started? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll take you on a tour through Lexer, and by the end, you'll be ready to dive straight in. So, let's get into it. Firstly, what is Lexer? Lexer is a customer data and experience platform that helps retailers become more customer-centric by creating the experiences that drive sales. If you want to genuinely understand and engage with your customers, then Lexer is the tool for you. But it can be hard to be customer-centric when your data is siloed, disconnected, and unstructured. You use multiple tools and platforms in your stack that can be difficult to use. Processes are manual or inefficient. Access to data is controlled by a small few. Or teams find it hard to adapt to an ever-changing landscape. But Lexer can help you solve these challenges. And how do we do it? Let's walk through the process. First, we start by identifying all your data sources. These include customer-related data, transaction data, product data, web behavior data, any third-party data you might have, and also engagement data. Then, through integrations, these data sources come into Lexer and are unified to give us a single customer view. Then there is enrichment, which means taking this data and creating attributes on customer profiles. These attributes can be straightforward, like total orders for example, but they can also be a bit more complex, like our predictive attributes, which can tell you what a customer is likely to buy next, their churn risk score, or predicted lifetime value. Lexer also has a relationship with Experian, so we can bring in external data to further enrich your understanding of your customer. Ultimately, this all helps you to develop the right segments and then activate these segments across both your owned and your paid channels. Then, this starts the cycle of learn, test, evolve, so that the outcome of your interactions with your customers comes back into the CDXP to further inform how you interact with them. Let's dig a little deeper into customer profile enrichment though. Your unified data sources create rich customer profiles that can be used for segmentation, insights, and activation. And you can place customers in segments based on the attributes in their profile. Now, let's head into the hub and take a closer look. I'm on our hub homepage, and throughout this video, I'll be using our demo hub. I also want to note that some things may look different in your hub, and that's okay. No two hubs are exactly the same because everyone's data is different. But let's move on. We're going to do a proper tour of the hub a little later on in this video, but for now, to access your customer profiles, click on Understand in the top navigation bar. This will take us to Segment. Click on the Profiles tile down the center of the page, and this is where you'll find your customer profiles. They're just going to take a little while to load, but when they do, you can scroll through the list to find who you're after, but a much easier option is to use the search bar. For the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to click on this profile here, and first up, we'll see a summary of the customer's profile. Underneath their name, we'll see the data sources their profile information has come from, then their total spend, their average order value, last order date, and first order date. Moving down, we then get a summary of the profile. For example, which segments they belong to that have been part of an activation, and which segments they're in. And if we select the Attributes tab, we can see all the attributes associated with their profile. Finally, the History tab will show you the total context of a profile's interactions and purchases by providing a timeline of engagements across multiple platforms and accounts. And that's a unified customer profile in Lexer. Let's hop back into some slides now to talk through how Lexer can help with your customer lifecycle marketing. One of the awesome benefits about using Lexer is that we're here to help you make every customer interaction count. It starts with customer acquisition. Using the hub, Lexer can help you find your high-value customers and create lookalike audiences for your acquisition campaigns. It's then all about growth and increasing your customer lifetime value. How do you get your customers to make that second purchase? Two-time buyers are more likely to purchase again, so use Lexer to help you find insights and automate your marketing journeys. Now, let's talk about driving engagement. Not all customers are the same, so don't treat them the same. You can create very granular segments using tools like Smart Search to target customers for their third, fourth, fifth, and beyond purchase. But what happens when your customers start to lapse? Lexer has you covered here too. Don't show your customers love after they've broken up with you. Show them you care early, and this gives you more opportunity to meaningfully re-engage these customers. You can also re-engage with your high churn risk customers via tools such as feedback surveys, all of which can be configured within Lexer. But sometimes, we know that only a grand gesture will work, like a big discount, so you can automate this final win-back strategy in the hub, and if they don't convert, you can suppress them in future campaigns and preserve your budget for your other customers. So, you can see that Lexer is able to support you throughout the full customer lifecycle journey. But I think that's enough of slides. Let's jump back into the hub and take a tour. So firstly, after you log into the hub, you'll be taken to your home page. Welcome. Along the top of the page, you can see 4 tabs in our main navigation bar: Understand, Engage, Measure, and Manage. Along the bottom of the page, you can see the same tabs, just visualized a little differently. You can click on either to get to where you want to go in the hub. It just comes down to personal preference. In the bottom right-hand corner of the page, you'll also see our live chat widget. If you ever have any questions or encounter any issues when inside the hub, this is your first port of call. Send the support team a message and they'll get back to you, usually within about 10 minutes during Australian business hours. For queries that require additional context, your success team will also be looped into the conversation. For additional help docs and information, you can also visit learn.lexer.ao to access our great training materials. But to start, we're going to click on the Understand tab in the top navigation bar. And here you'll find our segment builder. Depending on your role, you'll probably spend a lot of time in the segment builder, so I'll go through a quick crash course. On the left-hand side, we have the segment builder itself. And then on the right-hand side, you can explore the attributes that are returned as part of your search in the segment builder. And in the middle, we have what we call our pivots. So we're looking at attributes, segments, profiles, channels, and sources. And these are a different way to look at the data from the query you generated in the segment builder. Under the main navigation bar, we also have Compare. We can use this tool to compare up to 4 different segments or 2 different attributes, and then use this data to understand where the opportunities are for messaging, acquisition, and lifetime value growth, as presented in your data. Next, we have our Engage tab, and when you click on this, you'll find yourself in Activate. This is where you can send your saved segments for activation across your integrated channels. Respond, Contact, Schedule, and Serve are part of our customer service offerings, and Respond especially is a key tool in your customer service team's arsenal, as here you'll find all your social media and contact channels consolidated into a single workflow, so you can respond to your customers from one place rather than having to log into multiple social media and email accounts. Our next tab is Measure, which is where you'll find Track. Track is a tool that allows you to build flexible, actionable reports to understand the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns and their impact on acquisition, growth, and retention. You'll have a few out-of-the-box dashboards configured for you by the Lexer team, and you can add to these once you get started. We also have a few more customer service reporting tools available under the Measure tab as well: Activity, Listen, Visualize, and Report. And then finally, we have the Manage tab. Here you'll find a list of all the accounts you have integrated with Lexer, as well as the additional integrations Lexer has to offer. If you need to set up a new integrated account, simply click on the corresponding tile and follow the instructions. We also have detailed documentation on learn.lexer.io. You can also manage your own account and team from this tab. Simply click on Team. Here you'll be able to see and edit the details of your own user profile. And then if you click on the Our Team tile, you can see other members of your team in Lexer too. If you are part of a group with manager permissions, then you'll also be able to add new users to Lexer and edit existing users on your team as well. To get back to the home page, just click on the Lexer heading in the top left corner of the page. And there you have it, a tour of the hub. If you ever need a refresher, feel free to watch this video again. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.